He was a very jovial person. Would always be teasing me with things such as he studied in Mysore at Maharaja's College, and I was studying at Maharani's College. I was doing my graduation there. So he used to always tease this. अच्छा महाराजा को फंसा लिया महारानी ने करके. And he was very fond of speaking in Punjabi. When we were posted in Punjab, that was the time when we were newly married. He used to tease me a lot by these words, you know. ओए कुड़िए चलिए कित्थे जा रही है मेरी कुड़िए.
So he is basically a very OG person. By OG I mean he's a very we call it like olive green. Yeah, very serious, and you know, always the duty comes first. And suppose we are in a party, and if there are any senior officers, he would be really very serious. So he wouldn't express his love or anything like that. He wouldn't display it out in the open.
Funny moments with him, none, because after marriage I came to know that he was very strict person and reserved person. So very angry also.
We used to do shoppings, we used to roam. He likes to go a long drive in bike.
चांदनी जब तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ, तुम अंधेरों में ना छोड़ना मेरा हाथ. जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा. He was very fond of singing. He used to sing in almost all the parties and occasions, and I have also sung with him quite a few duets. And the favorite amongst them was जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए. Their favorite hobby of his was whistling to the songs, you know, humming the songs. Like his favorite was किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है.
One day I got a call from my mother's aunt, you know, like mother's aunt in the sense a family friend of ours, asking if my parents would be interested in getting me married to an army officer. So then that's where it started. And so when we were deciding about the dress for the groom and all that, I thought he would wear a nice royal sherwani and at least the Mysore petha, the topi and or the turban, no, with some gold and glitter and all that. But he said, no, I don't want to wear all those gaudy things. It looks really very gaudy. I want to stick to the simple Gandhi topi. And he wore a plain white kurta and one chudidar for the wedding. So he was looking very humble and very down to earth.
We got married on May 18th, 19th. My birthday was on June 29th. Actually, he is very serious kind of person. He don't like to celebrate birthdays and all. So I didn't expect that he will be remembering my birthday and he'll celebrate. I didn't had any hope. So night suddenly at 12 o'clock he got a cake and he woke up me and he wished me and he made me to cut the cake and took some snaps and all. That was very memorable thing.
It was my birthday, and like any other day I was getting ready to go to work, and then early in the morning I just at around 7:38 I just hear the doorbell, and when I open the door and he's there, you know, and he just wished me, and we spent one whole day, going out for a movie and having lunch together and all that. So that was one of the best, I said, courtship period of our life.
If I'm watching movie in comedy scenes or anything, there is no reaction at all. It's same thing, no laughing, nothing. In Punjab, we were in unit games, sports. I told him I want to participate in that game and all, but he said, no, you can't. You can't go and all. I won the games. In first place needle thread and second place in musical chair. Then I came back to home and then he's chup ho gaya.
On 2nd July 2001. So when I came in, I could see that there were a lot of people around the lift as though they were waiting for me. They were helping me with my stuff to go to my house. So I came in and I was like cleaning my house. It was locked for more than 2 months or so. And I saw that an army of men and women burst into my house, and they were asking me when was the last time I spoke to him and all that. I was under the impression that since I knew he had combed off an operation very recently and killed militants, he must have been recommended for an award, and he's got an award, and that's the news they are wanting to give to me. But they made me sit on the couch, and quite a few ladies came and held my arms very strongly at both my sides, and they just told me that my world has crashed and my home sweet home is no more a sweet home.
Again, the doorbell is very, very, it's still haunting me, the doorbell, that people came, and all my friends in the apartment, I mean the army quarters, they were all there. I was like full of smiles, asking them to come inside, and I thought, okay, they've just come to call on me, and I was, calling them in and making them comfortable. And they were like, they had a very blank face, and they didn't know how to, give away the news, and that is when one officer had to tell me that we lost Ajit, and I just couldn't believe them at all. I told them I'm not going to believe unless and until I get a call from the unit itself. So when I heard this news that Ajit is no more, I was really shocked. I mean, I can say that my tears have gone dry when I say this statement, because every time I try to recall this, it's really very painful, and I was in a state of shock. It's really, if all of a sudden someone comes and tells you that the person whom you love so much is not there. So it took some time for me to get over the shock, but life has its own plans for you.
Break. Again he went to Arunachal Pradesh. After 10 days only this news, bad news came. And then was shocked. I don't know what to say.
Before body comes to native, my in-laws, they went to Sainik board and they checked what all benefit I'll get it, and they told them that she is small and my daughter also is very small, and she may, after taking all the death benefits, she may get married to someone, so they wanted those death benefits for them to give. Of Sainik board office, they told no, he has done will in my name and my daughter name, so they are not able to digest. So but they were telling that I'm sowing, I'll get married to someone and I'll leave my daughter, I'll not take care of her, like that and all they told, and they had put the case in court, and in court the case ran for some more than 3-4 years. Because of all this court case things and all, I was not able to concentrate on my studies.
Sacrificed, not died actually. He was sacrificed his life for nation. So that is very proud to me actually.
I wrote this for him, remembering a soldier. To fight for the nation, left his destination. He lived the life of a soldier, sacrificed himself for his mother. He has left us in the care of the motherland. We long for the days spent together on this sand. Rejoicing, holidaying, celebrations are over. Still you live within us forever. You have made a name for yourself in this world. Let us all remember that because of you we are safe in this world. Slowly I had to move on and step into his shoes. I became stronger for him, for my children. I had a big responsibility to take over as a single parent.
One of the events when we were just returning back, my eldest son, who was just entering 12th standard, suddenly came up with a very bizarre and weird request. He said, "Mama, even I want to join the army." So then I thought it was just like any other boy who has got attracted to all the glamour of the army and just giving one random statement. But then he really did pursue his dream of joining the army, and my elder son Nirbhay Bhandarkar is now currently working and posted in his father's own regiment, and he's serving in Jammu now.
I met you in BMTC function. Yeah. You only came and you spoke to me, and when you came to know that my husband also from 9 Madras, and you came and you spoke to me. Yeah. And there after this thing function you spoke in public. Yeah. I felt very nice that day. Yeah. So your talk was so inspiring. Yeah. That day itself I became big fan of you.
Yeah. But Asha, if you ask me, no, we are also inspired by you. Yeah. Why? Because you have done MBA and all after, that even I have done my masters and all that. But I thought MBA was tougher than masterate.
Yeah. Actually,
how did you manage to complete your MBA?
I didn't mix with my education and with my personal problems and all. I saw in a different manner. But beginning people misguided me.
Discouraged you.
They told me all negative things. Don't go. Why you want to write? You can't do it. You didn't prepare. Actually, he passed away in 24th July 2007. My entrance exam was 24th August 2007. So I just came back in 2 days. I prepared myself. So I went and wrote my entrance exam. By God's grace, I got selected.
I joined this organization called Vasant Ratna Foundation about 4 years back, and when I joined, that was the time when they were launching their project known as Gift a Birthday, and I was made the project coordinator of the Gift a Birthday, and my job is to send gifts to martyrs' families. And then we have camps organized for them at Bangalore. Twice a year it is, and we give them computer knowledge, English speaking skills and all that. They used to call me and say, okay, ma'am, we finally learned how to send an email, and I would be so delighted to know that a few minutes of my time which I'm giving for them is helping them in such a long way.
Then in our group we have some ladies in rural Karnataka, say for instance in Belgaum and Bagalkot and all that. Some of them are in fact running petrol pumps and gas agencies, and there was this lady who just she was 7th pass, when she lost her husband. She completed her 10th, and she has finished her B.Ed, and now she's doing very well in a government school. She's picked up teaching, and many of our women, they want to put their kids into the services. We're trying to make them more self-independent, self-reliant, and and we want them to become, if possible, social entrepreneurs.
And this is how we help each other. There's a lot of inspiration that we have for each other. We know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we share it with each other, and it's like a bond, that has been created, and we're all together.
I know that there is a vacuum in their life which cannot be filled, but we have to be, sort of try to come out of it and accept it. First, we have to accept it that whatever we do, our husbands or the person who has lost his life is not going to come back. And then we have to see the other responsibilities in our life.